everyone, and welcome back to the spooky kitchen with me and your ghoul needs, who is back. And you know what? I almost feel like we need to go get Mr. Skeleton. Maybe dig him out of the garage. Let me go get him. See if he wants to come out. Mr. Skeleton! Watch your knees, sir. Oh, you're not gonna fit. Put you over here. You can observe. We're back in the spooky kitchen. Me, little Neens, good old Mr. Skeleton, whole crew's here. We're ready. All right, so we're gonna be, you okay? Are you choking? Sis, you can't lay like that. Let's go, do you wanna maybe go lay in here? All right, we're down one already, but sorry, Neens. Just choking herself on the sling. It's okay, you can lay in that soft bed. You'll do good. So, if you watched my last Halloween decor haul, where I showed you guys what I got from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods, all of those places, I mentioned I got this skeleton pan, this skeleton mold pan, but in my mind, I wanted to make some skeleton meatloaf in these pans. Got me thinking, like, I didn't just want to do meatloaf, not just like, I mean, I can, I'm going to, because I don't want to let this idea just disappear. I really like the idea of a skeleton meatloaf. So we're going to try one little skeleton today. But I had this idea in my mind. I was like, what if I did like skeleton meatloaf and then mashed potato, skull cups, and a light bulb went off. And I was like, wait, what if I do the skulls? Because we'd never used the skull pan before. We did the pizza, what were those, tombstones? I move this up, do you think? A little bit? Now that we don't have little Neens in our lap. I never got a chance to use my skull pan, so I had this idea. A light bulb went off, and I thought about doing, okay, get this, are you ready? Meatloaf skulls with mashed potato brains inside. And then somebody had mentioned doing the skeletons and then putting the sauce on the inside so it looks like it's bleeding. But these are pretty shallow. This isn't a very, it's kind of like a brownie pan more so. So it'd be almost kind of difficult to do it. So I almost thought where we put the mashed potato brains in, if we mix some of the, what do you call it, meatloaf sauce in with it, it'll look all brainy, like almost marble it in there. Or maybe we'll put like a big glob in before we put in the mashed potatoes and see if it'll ooze out. I don't know, the mashed potatoes might absorb it. It may still ooze out. We'll see what happens, but we're gonna try a couple things. I haven't tried this yet. I didn't do any preparation or practice this. Nope, we're just gonna go all in and hope it turns out. All right, so before we start making our meatloaf skull potato brain meal, sounds very appetizing, I wanted to mention the sponsor for today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Bright Cellars. And I've talked about Bright Cellars on Spooky Kitchen before. You know I can't stop jabbing my jaws about it. I've been thoroughly enjoying my wines. If you're new here to the Spooky Kitchen though, first of all, welcome. But second of all, if you've never heard of Bright Cellars before, Bright Cellars is a monthly wine subscription service. So it's basically like a wine club, but without having to leave your couch and or your spooky pajamas. And for me personally, I love all of that. I just never love getting in the car and going to the liquor store, having to make a decision. There's always so much to choose from. I never know what I'm doing. I always like to try new wines, but I never know what to try. And so then all I want to do is get in my spooky jammies and watch my spooky movie with my wine. So enter Bright Cellars. So with Bright Cellars, you can do it straight from your couch if you want to. Fill out a super quick quiz on their website, and it just asks simple questions about taste preferences. You don't have to know anything about wine or anything fancy like that. It just asks, what kind of dessert do you like? And then Bright Cellars matches you with wines based on your own unique taste. And that's what I love so much too about Bright Cellars. I know that even if I haven't heard of the wine, or maybe I've heard of it, I've just never tried it before, I know I'm gonna like it because it's based on my own preferences. And then once Bright Cellars matches you with your wines are sent directly to your door. And then your wines come in a box, and they come with these wine education cards, which I also really love these. They just have the name of your wines or the label on the front. And then on the back, it has the different flavor profiles. It has food pairings, and it has the region, all that kind of stuff. So this time I got a Chardonnay, I got a Petite Syrah, I got a rosé, a Montepulciano, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, a Pinot Noir, and a Malbec. And then once you try your wines, you can then rate your wines. So it's kind of fun. It ends up being a whole wine club kind of experience. Also, rating your wines allows Bright Cellars to hone in even more. So your next box is matched even more to your taste. It's really amazing. Every box gets better and better. Right now, Bright Cellars is offering 60% off your first 4-bottle box, which is, you know what I'm gonna say, a steal of a deal. I can't stop saying that. But it's a steal of a deal, but 60% off your first 4-bottle box. If you click the link down in my description box, the link will be right there, and you give Bright Cellars a try. We're gonna go with the Malbec, actually, but because of pairings, it says blue cheese with fig jam, skirt steak with chimichurri sauce, and backyard cookouts. And I feel like Meatloaf sounds the closest to those. So we're gonna go with the Malbec is what we're gonna do, and that's our final answer. All right, let's try it. Wait, I gotta get my spooky, oh, Mr. Skeleton, you're in the way. We've got our Mr. Skeleton wine glass per usual. It's another late night dinner, y'all. All right, where's this? Come on, do this. I love that sound. So here we go, we got the Malbec. This is the Jetbird Malbec. It has a bird on it. Here we go. My favorite sound. Cheers, ghouls and goblins. Hope you have if you have a spooky beverage. Cheers to ya. I feel like Malbecs are always so easy to drink. This is raspberry, blackberry, cherry, and vanilla. This is really good. I think this is gonna be perfect with the meatloaf, and it's fall. It's the perfect, I love red wines for fall. I feel like nothing beats, like when the weather cools down, some red wine, turn on my fireplace, cozy up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we're gonna get started on the meatloaf. My whole thing with this was just to make this like a spooky meatloaf. So I wasn't trying to get too creative with a meatloaf recipe, especially since I haven't dabbled in one. So I did pick out a meatloaf recipe for reference. So I'll put it in the description box for you. We'll probably end up maneuvering things around. We always do. We always add things, maybe take things away, or maybe, you know, we add a little flair to it. But my main thing is I haven't had meatloaf since I was probably a kid, so I had no idea where to start. And also, I'm trying out this fake meatloaf. You'll see. You don't have to you can make yours regular way with ground beef. I think you just swap out. I'm going to be using fake ground beef. You'll use actual ground beef. So you can just swap it out that way, or use your favorite meatloaf recipe, or you can look one up and see what kind of flavors you like. All that kind of stuff. Make it your own. I highly encourage it. But I'll probably swap some things out and do my own thing, and we'll hope it works out. That's the best part about cooking. All right. So what we're going to do is I got to get all the ingredients out. Wait, we need to make our potatoes. I was at Walmart today doing my shopping, and I looked at the potatoes. I was like, do I really want to like peel them, boil them, mash them? I really didn't want to do any of that. You feel free to do all of that. Make the homemade potatoes, do the whole thing. But you know me, I'm always cooking way too late and last minute, so I don't have time for that. All right, so what I did is, if you've been here for a while and you've watched Spooky Kitchen before, you know that I have a thing for flaked mashed potatoes, which weirds some people out. But they're like potato flakes, mashed potato flakes. They're like instant mashed potatoes. And I have a serious obsession, I talk about this every time, with lunchroom potatoes. I'm forever trying to chase the dream of making lunchroom potatoes. You know, we're put on the tray with an ice cream scoop during chicken nugget day. That consistency. We're boiling 2 cups of water here. Then over on the skillet, hold on, I gotta get butter out. Butter in both of these actually. So butter in the potato water and butter in the skillet. I'm using the Earth Balance butter. Saute a little bit of garlic to put in our mashed potatoes, because they're freeze dried, you know, instant mashed potatoes Doesn't mean they have to taste like cardboard. You can spice it up with some garlic, just really quick. Takes 2 seconds. Oh, here we go. Let's get this guy going. So I'm gonna put some garlic. We're gonna put a good amount in there. A little bit more. Oh no. It's gonna be very garlicky. It's not mashed potatoes if they're not garlicky, if you want my honest opinion. And I'm just keeping it on medium-low because I don't want to burn this. And it goes from like, you know, sizzling to burnt in 2.5 seconds. So I kind of let it build a little bit. And I'm just going to let this saute for a little while till it kind of, you know, just softens up. Maybe it gets a little bit, you know, not brown because you don't want it burnt, but, you know, a little golden. Uh-oh. See, it gets real quick. Remove from the heat or keep stirring. Meanwhile, in potato land, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. All right, we're gonna put 2 cups of potatoes in here. Take it off the heat. We have nowhere to go though because it's hot over there too. All right, 2 cups of potatoes in. Here's 1. And 2. And you can put milk in there. I like putting sour cream. I've got this Tofutti sour cream. I'm gonna put that in there. And I put about, I don't know, like 1/4 of a cup. I'm gonna stir that in. And then we're also gonna put in, some of this Daya mozzarella shred cheese. So feel free to add, I would say probably if you're using real cheese, use like a Colby Jack, Monterey Jack, or a cheddar, something like that. Because the mozzarella, I think, is just, I prefer this one in the fake cheese or the dairy-free cheese. If you're using dairy-free. And I put in as much, like, I think you put it into taste, honestly. I don't think you gotta measure it. Just put as much cheese as you like. You don't like a lot of cheese, you don't even have to put cheese in there. But if you like cheese, put your cheese in there. You can load it up, make it all cheesy. Salt. Pepper. Also, I was gonna put in, oh, the garlic. Can't forget the garlic, ever. Man, it's gonna be so good. It's a lot of garlic. I'm gonna put chives in there. Forgot the chives. We're gonna quickly chop up some chives. Wash before use. Got it. Chopping these guys up. Finally chopping these chives. Look at this chive container. It's just, they're everywhere. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get these back in. When I gotta get a Ziploc baggie, probably. Lord help us. This is... Ah! Alright. Mr. Skeleton. We got them contained. Stirring in the chives. And then I'm gonna taste these guys. Mmm. These are so good. Mmm. The chives just take it to another level. Okay, I'm gonna eat all these potatoes before we even get to the meatloaf. Alright. I'm removing myself from those potatoes. They're so good. Oh my god. Oh wow. That was not too much garlic, by the way. That was a perfect amount of garlic. Alright, what are you guys doing? What are you watching tonight? Are you into the spooky stuff? Like, are you into horror? Or, I always say, I feel like I'm saying something else. Horror. Or are you into more of like the hocus pocus, like, what do they call it? Spoopy, like spooky cute kind of stuff. Let me know in the comments. Or I like both. I have my moods where I want hocus pocus, and then followed by a good slasher or something. You know what I mean? Like, gotta get some Michael Myers in there. So we gotta get out some supplies. Oh my gosh, I just need one more bite of those mashed potatoes. I need all these mashed potatoes before it's even done. Okay. All right. Breadcrumbs, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, salt, and pepper. Okay. I guess I need a spooky mixing bowl, y'all. All right, we're doing a red mixing bowl, which is gonna be fun. Because my glass ones are upstairs. Because I was using them to bleach my hair with. Okay, we're gonna put all the ingredients into the bowl. So we're gonna start with the Impossible. It's very squishy. What is this? Impossible, it doesn't say what it is, but it's the ground beef. That's what it is. But feel free to just use regular ground beef or whatever you use. This is the fake meat stuff. If you're not into it, you're not into it. I get it, it's fine. I know people who are vegans or vegetarians and they're not into it. So I get it. Whatever you want to use. If you want to use lentils, if you want to use whatever. Opening this guy to let out the meat. It looks... Here we go. Just... I don't know how I feel about that. Garlic ketchup. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Kind of, I mean, I kind of guesstimate. I just, you know. I feel like you can never have too much ketchup, you know. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're just gonna dump it all in there. Okay, then we're gonna get 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Oh God, we gotta take this one off. This is the McCormick's. Oh God. Get the lid off. McCormick's, just gonna pour that in there too. We don't measure anything in life. Just not what we do. A little more. Vegan Worcestershire sauce. I use this one, the Wizards. This is a very old one. It's probably expired, but we're gonna use it anyways because does Worcestershire sauce even, I can't ever say it. Does it even expire? Nobody knows, but we're gonna use it anyways. We'll live. All right, here we go. 1 teaspoon. I'm going to measure with this because I feel like this can go a little overboard. Parsley, ½ teaspoon parsley. Found this. I've never seen this before in my whole life. Lightly dried parsley. Looks like it's just like in a little container. I was doing self-checkout. I don't like doing anything that doesn't have a SKU on it. So they had parsley, but it was just parsley with no SKU. So I don't want to have to look it up in the system or have somebody help me. I'm not doing that. So I just bought this. 1 tablespoon. Parsley replaces 2 tablespoons. So I need about 1/4 of a teaspoon. No. Yes. Yeah, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Right? 2/4 is a half. Jade, come on, get with it. 1/4 of a teaspoon. This isn't that hard. It's like elementary. This is why I suck at math. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're just gonna go with salt and pepper. I always just kind of do what I want. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, the breadcrumbs. 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Oh, let me show you my breadcrumbs I got because these are gluten-free. Simply Balanced breadcrumbs from Target. If you're not gluten-free, you don't have to use gluten-free breadcrumbs. But I have celiac disease, so I use these. But use regular breadcrumbs. There's no rules. Just breadcrumbs. 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. That's stuff in it. Just shake it out. Won't kill us. Cardboard box background, no big deal. Okay, there we go. Breadcrumbs in. Mix all ingredients together. With what? Spatula? Hands? Happy Halloween spatula with a spooky, it's got a, I don't know if you can even, there we go. It's got a jack-o'-lantern and a witch flying on a broom. My stepmom got me these, I think. From Williams-Sonoma? Yeah. Did we check Williams-Sonoma this year? I don't know if we did. Am I supposed to put something else in here? I don't know. This seems too simple, but we're gonna try it anyway. I wonder how many this is gonna make. You may need to make 2. This doesn't really look like a lot, so you may need to get 2 Impossible meat loaf things. Ground meat squares. Just get it all. This does not look spicy enough either, and I don't want to taste it because that looks terrible. What should I put in here, guys? Sriracha? We're doing it. Make it a little bit spicy. I don't know how much that is. Mixing this in. I don't know if I'm doing this right. We're mixing it together. Here, Mr. Skeleton. Raw meat, bud. Here. We need more wine. You want to try a glass of Malbec? In the recipe, there was no pan. It just said to form a loaf on parchment paper. So I don't even know if this is going to work out with this recipe, but it was the first one I found with impossible meat in it. So I thought I'd try it out. But like I said, if you have a favorite meatloaf recipe, go for it. This could be terrible. I don't know. We're still gonna make one Mr. Skeleton meatloaf because they're just too cute not to. First, we're gonna do a skull. We're gonna make 2 skulls because we gotta make Dallas ones, 1, 2. I forgot to preheat the oven. Oh no, this is gonna take 300 years. Every time, guys, every time. Okay, we also gotta make the sauce. Oh, we gotta spray. All right, stay calm, everybody, stay calm. All right, I gotta spray this with Pam. So I'm gonna put some non-stick spray. Here's my skull pan. I'm gonna spray it with this good old Pam. So non-stick, did you wanna try this wine? Oh, you're still working. Non-stick spray. I keep like pushing this wine on Dallas. I'm like, wanna try? This Pam. Shake, 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 shake. I'm gonna spray it. I feel like you can never have enough spray. Don't inhale it. I'm gonna take this little orange brush. I'm gonna spread it around because you want to get in the nooks and crannies. You don't want any areas of the skulls to be bare because then the meat will not come off of it. So I gotta get in all the crevices, I hope. Act like this is a foundation routine for these skulls. Just putting it on. Now we're gonna start loading these up with some, I brought gloves because I'm unsure about, I don't know if I want to touch the meat. I am not mature enough for this. Okay, wait. All right, we got gloves on and I'm not really too sure how we're doing this, but we're gonna try anyway. We're gonna start with this guy over here and I'm gonna put the meat like that. And I'm gonna press it down into the skull because we really want it to be able to form to the, like the shape, you know? I don't know how much it will because of the, you know, texture, but we're still gonna, and if you have nails, I just kind of use my knuckles. So it's kind of like a meat boat. Okay, and then these guys over here are just gonna be bare with this oil in them. Okay, and our oven is ready, perfect timing. All right, where's this, like, what sauce? 2.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. We'll just eyeball the half. That's half. 1.5 teaspoons of white vinegar. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And we know we don't measure that. So more garlic powder. This is probably gonna be a lot of garlic. Okay, let's do this. Garlic, ooh. I'm gonna add sriracha. So it's hot. Is that good? A little more? It's ketchup. 3/4 of a cup. Okay. 3/4 of a cup is a lot. Oh my God. It's like my whole thing of ketchup. There's no way that 3/4 of a cup. All right. I'll pour that in there. What are we doing next? It needs like something else. Worcestershire, a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. We're not shy about it. We're not shy about Worcestershire. Kind of looks like cocktail sauce a little bit. Mmm. Mmm. Oh yeah, that's actually really good. Back to our brains. We're gonna do a little scoop, or a good generous scoop. I don't know if this is gonna show up even, but we're gonna put it in there anyways, of blood. Like a good pool. Cause I hope what's gonna happen is when we cut into these guys, this is just gonna seep out, so I kind of want it to pool there. So I don't want to spread it too evenly, but we can also spread it a little bit. So we're gonna put this inside instead of on the outside, although I'll do a little bit of glaze on the outside. I still don't know how I'm doing that, but we're gonna figure it out. Then we're gonna go over to our mashed potatoes. I'm gonna get a little, excuse me, Mr. Skeleton. In true cafeteria lady fashion, I'm gonna take a little ice cream scooper, dip it into my mashed potatoes. Oh, I have a lot of mashed potatoes here, good. And put it in my skull. Oh wait, I forgot to make the brains. Oh, we can do it really quick. I'm gonna like marble it a little bit. Yeah, like that. Yes. You see that? I don't know if it's getting a good visual, but you know what I mean, like mix it in. So I think maybe like couple tablespoons in the skull. Hopefully this translates. Like it may need more potatoes. Wishes were just slightly deeper. So then we're gonna swirl in the brains. Don't forget that part. You don't have to, but I feel like this is the fun part. Gosh, I'm so excited about this. Should we put some cheese in it? Or is it too much? I don't feel like there's ever such thing as too much cheese. I don't know. Is this even meatloaf anymore? I don't know what we're making. Okay, where's the cheese? Just a little, you know what I mean? Just like a, oh, hello, look, cheese. Just a little cheese. We gotta put some more meat at the bottom and fuse it together still, so I don't know what we're doing here. They're a little full. Lots of sap. Here's my, oh, we got more gloves. We're doing surgery. I hope you don't mind we're doing skulls, Mr. Skeleton. I hope you're not offended. So we're gonna be cutting them open and they're gonna be bloody. If they're not even that bloody, if it doesn't ooze out, I'm okay with it. I just need it to look like brains at least. Something. We need something spooky. We're gonna take patty, like a little bit of the meat, and we're gonna flatten it out a little bit, I think. We're gonna create like a little panel. And we're gonna try to fuse it to the other panel. Oh my God, this is not going well. This is literally only gonna make 2 of these. You need to like, I don't know, we need like 3 impossible things. I think the best thing that I could have done probably would have been to make it like little, like the whole panel. Oh well. You live, you learn, people. This looks so bad. Okay, wait. Stop. Start over. Actually, I changed my mind. We're doing a fresh grave, meat grave. We're just gonna try to blend the flesh together. Moving on to this guy. Oh no, we're not gonna have enough for the skeletons. Maybe we can do like a little half one. I can't believe we ran out. I should have used, I knew I bought another one just in case. Should have used it, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't do this all in one panel again. Oh God, we're overflowing over here. We kind of overflowed it with mashed potatoes. I think I went a little overboard on this one. I shouldn't have done that. But it's okay. We can have a fully formed, realistic skull. Meatloaf skulls. We're doing it. It's happening, people. It's happening. Having mashed potatoes sticking out. Although I'm not mad at mashed potatoes. I mean, the brains can be coming out a little bit. We can make it a zombie situation. I'm not mad at it. I don't think I was supposed to cover it or anything. But it did say 30 minutes. Not even right. I think it's 30 minutes. And then we're going to take it out and put a little glaze on it. We're going to try that. We'll check on it in like 20 minutes. But we're going to put this in the oven. Should I try to make a little... Here. We don't have much meat left. This is not going to do much, but we can try. Okay, so we're going to try it. We're going to try it. Maybe we'll do like his upper body. We're going to try that. Maybe we'll get a half body. Like his arms. And we'll see how it turns out. We're gonna put these guys in the oven for a while. Into the oven they go. See you in a minute. Okay, I had to take the little skeleton out of the oven because he was getting burnt to an actual crisp. Surprisingly, his bones and everything turned out really great and really detailed. It really did turn out really detailed with the meatloaf. He's just a little bit burnt. Just a little bit. The inside's fine. So maybe turn, if you're doing something, because this is a little bit thinner, if you're doing something thinner like this, maybe turn down your oven to 350 or 375. In general, 400 might be too high. The other ones were looking a little bit, not burnt, but they were just a little, still good. Brown. Like, I don't know when to take them out. No. Should I take them out and put some glaze on them? This glaze is fire. So good. I will say that. It is good meatloaf. Look at the rib cage. We're going to eat the rib cage. It's good. I'm going to take the skulls and I'm going to try to flip them over on this pan. Put a little glaze of this ketchup-y glaze on it. And put it back in the oven for like 10 more minutes. We're gonna hope for the best, but let me grab this out of here because I feel like this is done. Yeah, these look done. So it's like more like 350 for like 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to flip these over. Wait, let me get the camera. But I want the glaze to be on the front so it looks all bloody, you know? So we're gonna see, we're gonna try this. Gravity, gravity, gravity. Ready, set. 1, 2, 10. Yes. Oh no, they splattered a little bit. Spatula, get it together, sir. We can repair this. Let's just move you over. I think I cracked the sides of his face, which is even better and creepier. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of glaze over top because I almost want it to look like a layer of skin is peeling off. We didn't call the spooky kitchen for nothing, people. This might, I'm a little worried though, that it might cover the details. I want this to look like Hannibal Lecter and Leatherface got to this guy. Just a full-on skinned face moment. Look at those evil guys. All right, we're gonna put it back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes max. I'm so excited. Those turned out so much better than I thought they would. All right, here's what they look like straight out of the oven. Actually, this one that had some of the, you know, the mashed potatoes that came out of the sides looks even cooler. Like it's like, I don't know, some sort of like pus or something. I don't know, I'm into it. It's disgusting. The details on this, so good. Doesn't even look like meat. It's not, but you know what I mean. Of course, we can't have a meatloaf skull without a skull plate. So we're gonna put them right here. Shimmy them on. We're carrying you over. This is a dangerous feat. I should have brought the plate over there, but of course, I have to make it difficult because that's me. Okay, here we go. We're gonna set them down. There he is on his plate. Wait, we gotta get this. What is this? No. I don't know, maybe we should put some sort of, I don't know, blood around him. A little blood never hurt nobody. Looks like flames, kind of. He came from the depths of hell. We're gonna make flames. Why not? Might as well. I'm turning into a whole art project, y'all. Get creative with your food. Uh-oh, we got a little crazy with flames. Bring it up. You know, paint a picture. We Bob Ross. Just, you know, get a little flame action. Yes. And then we can turn this, whatever we accidentally did here, turn it into a little flame. Can you just squiggle, squiggle? It's a little plain before. Now it's a full-on skull with flames. All right, Guy Fieri, calm down. Cut into up here because that's where we put the most stuff and see if it oozes out. Ready? I'm not even gonna go in. Oh gosh. Not gonna go in with a knife. We're just gonna go right in, cut it open. There's no ooze, but you can see the brains. Oh, yum. Let's try a little brain, shall we? But let's get a little bit of the skull with it. I'm gonna try this. Here we go. Oh man. Could use more sauce. Okay, I'm really impressed with this Impossible thing. It's really good. Like, I wouldn't even know the difference. Good. Like, really good. And whatever this glaze is, I could bathe in that. Anyways, that is it for this spooky kitchen video. Hope you enjoyed making spooky skull meatloaf with me. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up, say hey, ghoul, hey, down in the comments, because you know I love talking to you. Let me know if you try this, what you think of it. Anything else you want me to take on during spooky season, like in the kitchen. But yeah, sorry, I was too busy eating this that I almost forgot to say goodbye. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this entire skull and be the cannibal that I am. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.